Oh man, what is up, folks? Welcome back to the Blast TV Major here at Paris. We are live after some heartbreak brought to you. We'll get to you in a second, but we got some special guests, of course, in this post-match, introducing left to right. First and foremost, Fitz.
Fist. I like that one.
It was bound to happen eventually. Fitz, a CS content creator, a content creator in general. Glad to have you on the broadcast.
Pleasure to be here, man.
It should be a fun one because you keep on talking to him more than I have so far.
He's a funny guy.
Our most important guest of the night. We speak of heartbreak. STYKO, welcome to the broadcast yourself.
Thanks for having me. Hey.
This should be a super fun one, and I keep on referencing heartbreak because as an NA fan, that was certainly difficult to watch. I'm sure a lot of people at home feel that same way. But after this match, I know you got to be happy.
I mean, obviously, like people didn't expect us even to reach the second stage of the major, let alone the arena here. And getting a draw in form of Liquid, we felt really confident. We already beat them once today, not today, but at the major. And yeah, they didn't show anything too different from the style before. So we were just confident and we kept rolling.
Let the Americans cry. That's what I
mean, I'm just saying as it is, you know.
Yeah, I can expect that from an Aussie, and of course, you know, the guy who just took down NA himself. But you also had quite the highlight reel throughout this. You know, we mentioned on broadcast first of all that 4K lurk that you had on HN as well, but certainly plenty of highlights from yourself. Can you take us through how you were feeling throughout that whole matchup?
Obviously, it's a different style of game played on the stage compared to like online games or playing in the studio. The difference is mainly like you can get away with so much more stuff when it comes to like sneaking and not sneaking and shooting, and like sound cues are not as clear, let's say. And this was one of the play, the 4K, that I got like into really good positions thanks to like abusing this from the get-go. It was like first, fifth round of the whole best of three, and we kept abusing it. But it's like something that all players have to do. Comes with experience, and you have to like play a little different on stage, like here. And you know, with filled arena, it's hard to communicate, and it's hard to like get the comms really clear.
Yeah, and Jake actually in the post game called you a man of steel. How does it feel to have those kind of compliments come from a team? Obviously, you guys got to be kind of on a high right now, but hearing compliments like that.
I mean, it really melts my heart when he says like that, stuff like that. But I agree with him. Like today, we kept our cool. Like we used the energy from the crowd, but we didn't let it affect us in a negative way, which is surprising because three of us have never played on stage before, and this is kind of crazy how we handled it. Tomorrow we play Vitality, which is going to be us playing against the home crowd, and. I mean, I can't stress enough how we're looking forward to that.
Speaking of keeping your cool, I'm curious. I have one question.
Yeah.
Because obviously at Blast, the production is absolutely insane. Every time the bomb goes off, there's fire, there's pyrotechnics. Right. Can you feel that down there? Like, does it get hot? Like, or can you hear it go?
It actually doesn't. We can't actually feel it. But I know people close to the stage, they can. But we really just hear it and feel the thunder, basically, but that's about it. And this is another thing we abuse. When the bomb explodes, like you keep running, they can't hear anything.
So. And Fitz, you were actually talking about gun sounds earlier, too. You got any gun sounds for us?
Oh, my God. Don't make me do it again. Earlier today, they were making me recreate gun sounds in front of the whole crowd. Do you know how hard it is to replicate an AK-47? It's like,
no, but you could probably show us again.
I would have never guessed that.
It's not good.
Yeah, if you had to guess the gun that he was doing right there. Let's bounce back to Vitality really quick. We were talking before the broadcast, and you told me, I don't know if I want to rat you out of here, but let's do it anyway. We're having a fun time. You said Vitality looks beatable.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
Mainly through their first quarterfinal against Into the Breach. I had the feeling throughout that game, we were watching right here from the arena, I had a feeling multiple times, is actually Into the Breach going to beat them? In the end, they took it home, obviously, and they played well and experience showed, but I think we're going to put up a better fight than ITB, and Vitality should be ready for it.
I'm keen to see that. Yeah.
It's going to be insane as we progress into Saturday, Sunday, and I don't mean to you know, offense by this, but I think heading into today's matchup, you know, Apex kind of played that ITB role of, okay, can they actually beat Liquid? We found out shortly on, you guys just kind of had a flow of things. The broadcast was talking a lot about counter strats today. When it comes to preparation for this Liquid matchup, it seemed like you guys were pretty finely tuned. Can you talk about what went into that match?
I don't want to go too much into anti-strat for the reasons that we might save it for the later, and we can meet them in different tournaments and they don't adjust it. That's what we saw, the tells. how we call it. But I can just spill the beans a little bit that basically we prepared for every 5 maps because we were not sure what they're picking. There were multiple options for the maps that, to be played. Kind of sad we didn't get to play Anubis against them. It was a 3rd map, but now that I'm now obviously happy we didn't get to play it because we won 2-0. But I'm just positively surprised how well we prepared and how little they changed. Like, it was pretty easy to play against them.
Yeah, and also going back to the fans, Acor Arena, it's going to be pretty intense Saturday and Sunday. I think they actually found a fan of yours, STYKO, who is quite emotional in this postgame.
Look at this guy.
That's our CEO.
Oh, no way.
Okay. I mean, these are the facts that you love to find out, too. I mean, don't you love seeing that kind of thing?
I mean, obviously the whole group of Apex, the management is here. It's just hugging our ex-coach Polly, so he's here as well. These people standing behind us all the time, and we are happy to make them proud. And obviously, those were the hopefully tears of happiness. So I'm gonna be excited if we can deliver that tomorrow as well.
Yeah, we're expecting 12,000 strong in the arena for the remainder of each of these days, Saturday and Sunday. How has your experience been? Have you ran into any fans, Fitz, or how's it been here at the major?
The energy here is crazy. I've never been to anything like this before. We have tournaments back in Australia, but the scale here is absolutely nuts, and the fans are turning up, dude. Like, yeah, it's exciting.
We're missing Shuis, though.
You are missing Shuis, not a single Shui the whole event.
Well, that's what happens when an Aussie team unfortunately isn't here, but you can make up for that. I mean, you guys were opening cases in the crowd.
True, it's on us.
Yeah.
I got to get Anomaly and Swagger doing a Shui.
That's a content right there.
Absolutely.
And I actually do want to stay on this whole case opening thing. I think the broadcast has been capturing not just you guys, but everyone throughout the arena. It's become an iconic moment. And hey,
yeah. Oh my God, it was so difficult to get the 3 laptops up and running and connected to the servers, but we got it going here.
Yeah, I saw someone literally got a Steam connection error live on broadcast. And then, of course, you guys get the triple blues.
It's disappointing.
STYKO, you much of a case opening guy, or you kind of just focus on the game?
I just focus on the game. If you tell me anything about skins, I'm gonna be clueless as heck. Like, I legit don't care about skins. I don't have knife. I don't have gloves. Only thing that I have for this tournament, because people reached out to me to please play with it. I'm like, okay, if it makes you happy, whatever. But I don't even notice it that I have it. So I'm kind of really anti-climatic, boring guy when it comes to skins, because everyone is investing and opening and gambling. I'm like,
got the stoic approach.
I just don't see the fun in that. But
I actually love that answer from you. I mean, it's always kind of an easy question to ask about inventories, and I certainly throw it out there all the time. But you also have mentioned previously that when it comes to the game, and that kind of just proves your point, you really like to focus on the mental approach. Yeah. Can you kind of go into that a bit?
Yeah, it's something that I've been trying to develop and focus on throughout my career, because I know myself that I'm not going to carry the team into the finals. I'm not going to be the star player. I don't have roles for that. I don't have like maybe raw skill for that. But what I can bring and what are my strengths is that to keep people composed, to keep consistency, make people rely on me, help them in a way that is not only in-game help, but also outside of the game help. And this is something that I'm trying to share even through my content. I think it's important, because when I was younger, when I started playing this game like 8 years ago, I had no clue how to behave in a team environment. I was like almost like introverted, you know, borderline autistic and whatever. Like I didn't know how to work in a team environment, and I wish that young players now get to learn that, maybe through me, maybe through other content creators, but it's so rare that pro players share this. That's why I want to do it.
Let's lean more into the content piece. It's awesome having Fitz here, and you guys both create your own kind of content, and also ironically around Counter-Strike. Can you kind of elaborate, especially for the fans at home maybe who don't know you somehow,
Sure.
you know, what goes into that kind of content?
Man, my content's on another plane of existence entirely. I am Silver 4. I am terrible at the game. But me and my friends love to play it, and we love to, you know, have fun and crack jokes. And so that's the approach that I take, and that's kind of how I carve my way out on YouTube. Seems like you're going much for more of like a tutorial, helpful, giving back to the community kind of way, which is so important to the game, obviously. What is your YouTube channel? How do people find you on YouTube?
It's just YouTube/STYKO. You will find everything there. I'm not consistent because it's really hard with this job to be consistent in content creation. But whenever I have an idea, I just notch it down into my phone, and then I suddenly turn on the camera, talk to the camera a bit, edit. it's there. It's a raw information, but it's my knowledge that I gathered over the years, and it helped me even sit on the stage behind us and stage right here. So I guess I'm doing something wrong. Something right.
Right. Yeah. Helping the next generation of Counter-Strike players.
I mean,
Beautiful thing.
I'm hoping that it impacts at least one guy, and that guy makes it into pro level, and I get a little bit of credit for that.
Yeah, I mean that's so neat in this space. That kind of informative stuff. You know, you see it even on the talent desk. All of these guys, they offer their insights, and you learn so many new things, even throughout like a single broadcast. How do you possibly balance the lifestyle of a pro player, where you're competing and traveling so often, whilst also trying to make content? Can that be a bit stressful at times?
It is definitely a bit stressful, but the point is, for me, I enjoy it. It's my hobby, because whenever I read a book, let's say about some mental side of any sports, really, I try to write down the notes and try to make use of it into my own little world, which is Counter-Strike, and then I share it with the world. Like it's not something that I do out of that I have to do it because I want to be content creator in the future. It's something that I do just out of passion, and I don't really care about numbers or anything, and that's the beauty of content creation. As soon as you forget the numbers and you just do the content, however it behaves on the social media, you will always be happy with it, and it just propels you forward. So this is how I do it.
I love that mentality. That's exactly how I felt when I started making content as well. I was like, look, this probably won't work, so let's just forget about the numbers and let's just have fun, and let's just put it out there. Like,
and you're here now.
I guess I am here now. That's awesome.
Still silver 4, but you're freaking here.
Silver 4, but we figured some other stuff out. Okay, it's going well.
No, but I think that's a really important lesson outside of just the informative stuff that you offer for CS. And this kind of question goes for both you guys when it comes to burnout, because both you experience in your own regard, right? Whether it be for competing in Counter-Strike or for content creation, how do you balance regular life and avoiding that burnout over time?
For me personally, I have little routines and non-negotiable, I think that's the word, where I have to do something pretty much every day in order to avoid burnout. So whether it's morning routine, getting enough of sleep, it's something that I track every day, and it's so important to me. And as soon as I get off the track, it bothers me, and it can be seen in the game that I don't perform well. And what I want the most out of this game is to perform well, because it's my life, it's my livelihood. So there are some routines in the evening as well, trying to stay off the PC, get the fresh air, go outside. It's those little things, but I guess I can mention them all. You can find them on my YouTube channel.
Yes, please do, please do. I mean, that's a great message. About yourself?
Yeah, I mean, very similar answer. It's just about balancing life and making sure that you're, for me, prioritizing life, because that's why we're here. You need to have fun. You need to make sure you're working on your relationships and working on yourself. Keeping healthy, for me, that's everything. Burnout happens, but hey, as long as you can take a little break, come back and be funny, who cares?
and you do it well. We got also some stuff to roll on you, STYKO. Back in the spotlight, right? On these big stages in front of thousands of fans. Do you feel a pressure? Do you feel an energy? It seems that once you get going, you truly get going. But what's it like?
Well, we definitely feel the energy coming from the crowd, but honestly, when I play the game, I kind of block out everything for that 1 minute and 45 seconds or 55 seconds for the duration of the round. And I get to enjoy the glimpses of it, maybe during the freeze time when we're cheering up and you see the energy of people making their arms up and cheering your name or whatever. It obviously gives you an energy and a purpose a little bit for that moment. But if you have to live off of it, it eats you because it's too much. It's too overwhelming at times. And this arena is full. And if you can only play well when people scream your name, you're not going to play well.
Yeah. Can you speak to that at all? I mean,
yeah, in a sense.
Big creator like yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, ultimately, you need to rely first and foremost on yourself, right?
Yeah.
The energy is one thing, and it can give and take. But as long as you're solid, your game is solid, I'm sure that's the priority. That's how to win.
Yeah. When it comes to someone who's impressed you so far this major, do you have a player in mind?
I do. It's kind of bittersweet because they lost, but it was Boros from Monte. They lost today. Maybe I didn't really watch the game because we were preparing, obviously, but he didn't have that great of a game. But what he was doing throughout the whole qualification process in RMR in Copenhagen and then here as well in Paris in the studio games. Like the guy's machine. Like props to him, and the whole Monte team is just playing amazingly. So
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see all these new talents. And I think with a lot of these newer teams, you know, you got a couple teams, Gamer Legion and Apex, I would say is a bit unexpected to be in a semifinals for a major. But with that comes the upside. Do you get any bit bothered by the storyline of these smaller, unexpected teams making it this far in the last CSGO major, or do you use that to kind of push you further?
I'm unbothered because I'm on one. You know, so I like it obviously, but at the same time, it just shows that the gap between tier 1 and tier 2 is incredibly small. We don't get too many chances throughout the year to really show it and play against these tier 1 teams because of the closed circuit that is happening sometimes in these leagues. It's really tough to qualify for this because there's so many spots, and if we don't grab some, you get no chance basically to show, and you can play only the other tier 2 and tier 3 teams. So now we're here. This is truly open circuit, and look, 2 teams out of nowhere made it into the semifinals, and that's a testament for it.
Good on you, man. Yeah.
And I've loved it because Fitz, did you show up yesterday or did you just get here today?
I've been here the whole time. Yeah, I missed the games yesterday, but today, yeah, first time experiencing the energy here.
And a lot of energy coming from some of these unexpected teams like Apex.
Yeah, you love to see it. It's great. I think it's great for Counter-Strike. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice way to make new fans, especially, you know, again, I mentioned it back again, but the heartbreak of, you know, the NA favorites still left, but you also can hear it still in the arena that, okay, people are like, all right, we have some eyes on these kind of teams. But bouncing back to the more unexpected team names out there, or smaller teams as well, it's great that you mentioned this major kind of gets a little spotlight for those teams, but it's also such a difficult process to go through. You yourself have had a turbulent, a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
Difficulties as a CS pro, but that's the lifestyle of a CS pro.
If you're not ready for those lows, you don't enjoy those highs as well. So it's always like that. No matter what player you are, even Simple had those lows. Like he had a period and he's a GOAT. He had a period in his career where the things were not that great, and he bounced back, and that's what defines those players. And I've been around for 8, 9, 10 years, whatever. I was really close to qualify for the first ever major in 2013, and it just shows me that I'm able to bounce back, and the resilience that I'm having is making me proud.
Yeah, I would love to sit on that. We might have a few more questions after this, but we got a little special segment for you guys. This whole time, we've been waiting for our last jersey to show up. It was in the shuttle this whole way, so I appreciate you guys answering those questions at length. A little segment for all of you that we wanted to spice up a bit. We got our last 4 teams here at the major, but we also got a piece of them. We took these jerseys right from all of the players.
Stole them off the players' backs.
And that's why they took so long. So
They're shirtless out there right now.
We got 4 players out there who need jerseys. I'm going to hold these up, and I'm going to have you guys actually rank them in your favorite order. So we'll do your favorites over here, and then your least favorite. This is no offense, all right? These are 4 semifinalist teams. No offense meant by this.
We're talking about aesthetics only here.
Yeah. We're very subjective opinions. Okay. So I'll hold these up. We'll rank them best to not best, but they're still great teams.
Least good.
All right. So first up, Gamer Legion, an amazing performance today. I believe I'm showing this camera right here.
It's clean.
Oh, Kiaz.
Let's go. It's clean. I like it.
He's a jersey though.
Hey, shirtless back there. So we got the Gamer Legion jersey.
It kind of looks like, you know, in Avengers when they're like disintegrating. That's the vibe I'm getting, which is maybe not a good sign. That's all I'm saying. It's maybe not a good sign.
We got Heroic.
Clean, again. You love it. Heroic's logo reminds me of the Transformers logo. Am I crazy for thinking that?
Are you just naming a bunch of superhero movies that you can possibly reference for
You're paying me a lot of money.
Oh, this one looks familiar. We should have just taken the one off your back. Had you shirtless for this segment?
Whose is it?
Who is that?
Is there any name?
No,
there's no name.
Yeah. So we took this one from a fan.
Yeah.
Lay that one out. And then...
Show it some respect, man. Come on.
Oh, I'm actually...
Show it some respect.
It was a reach. It was
getting it creased.
Last one for you. And, of course, over at Blast.tv or Blast TV chat, you guys can also have a chance to rank these jerseys alongside you. So we'll see if we line up with how chat does, huh?
Okay.
And also, lastly, for all of you viewers at home, I believe the jersey that wins this vote count, we're actually going to give away at some point during this major. So again, I know it's tough. We got a bit of bias on the panel, right?
I feel
But I know you're ruthless. So let's go best to worst. Chat, you can vote alongside us. I'll keep my 2 cents out.
Do we have to agree?
No, you don't.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's probably the safest bet.
Okay. I start? How we doing?
Should we
this?
just, yeah, let's have Fitz go first. And we'll see how you guys defer,
All right,
maybe, yeah?
Sure. But you have to be really careful with this one, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Okay, so do I
I'll be
pick it up
next.
and move it? Is that the? Is
Yeah,
that the
why
right
not?
to say?
Let's do it that way.
Okay.
I'm looking for heads up, but
Okay, best jersey. I'm sorry, but it's got to be Vitality for me. It's bold. It's brash. I love the color. Do I put it over here?
yeah.
Okay.
I'll pick this one up for you.
Yeah, get that out of there, man. Come on. This for me is best pick. And then what am I doing? Am I stacking them?
No, you can just go this way.
Oh, right. Okay. Next best. All right. Let me get down here.
I like what I'm seeing. Right?
There we go. Pain and respect.
Apex. Beautiful. Beautiful blue. Love it. Next, honestly, it's got to be Heroic, man. Look at this.
STYKO, you bothered at all, or
I mean, I'm just.
We're still
ignoring
friends,
it.
right?
Yeah, right.
We're still friends.
Yeah, for like 5 minutes, and then
Last but not least,
friendship is over.
GL. We
Is
love GL, but
is that final? Is that final?
this is final.
Fitz is gonna go Vitality, Apex, Heroic, and Gamer Legion. STYKO, take it away.
All right, so I obviously don't have any chance not to put Apex first. But this is going to be a little bit different because obviously I love the organization, what they do for us, and I think it's incredibly. It's one of the best I've been into, and I've been on Cloud9 as well.
I was gonna bring it up eventually, but I'm glad you did yourself.
What they do for us is incredible, and I'm not being paid to. Actually, I am, but you know what I mean.
Wait a second.
You know what I mean.
There's about to be some controversy if you.
For number 2, I'm definitely going for Vitality, and this is again for the balls they had to go international. They weren't happy with their French roster before, and they went into international with the Dupree and Magic and Zonnig, obviously, and then Spinks later on. I love their approach because they weren't satisfied with what they have, and they thought outside of the box, I guess. And I just like their jersey as well. Everything's fine. Now for these two, I'm going to put actually Gamer Legion on the third.
Okay.
And the reason is they have very similar path to us throughout the online cups, online matches, and the general like road here to the semifinals. And I sympathize with them a lot. Like they're hardworking players, energetic. We lost to them. They were better that day, and huge respect for them. But we also lost to this team, which doesn't mean they're the worst or anything. But I have a little grudge against them because I don't think I've ever beat them. So I'm just going for the number 4. But
Okay.
jersey-wise, I agree with you. They're clean.
All right. All right.
And there we have it, the finals. Maybe we'll hopefully figure out what chat actually decided. You guys were a tad bit different. I like how you added the storylines in there behind just the aesthetically pleasing jerseys. But I mean, that was a nice touch for sure.
I mean, I overthink stuff. You know.
I'm with you there, man.
All right. I mean, that was an amazing time. But we got maybe a couple more for you as we head into tomorrow. It's going to be a hectic weekend. We've already mentioned Vitality briefly. What's your plan the rest of the night in preparation? You know, you got any big dinner plans or?
Yeah, we going drinking or what? What's going on?
There's no chance. There's no alcohol allowed for us until we're out of the tournament. So
okay.
there's that.
All
But
right.
I actually flew over my parents here and a girlfriend, and I didn't book a hotel for them, which is my bad.
Oh my
So I
God.
have to fix that right after the interview. So this is my evening gonna be. And then for just a rewatch, I want to rewatch this game from Liquid because a lot of situations we can learn from. For tomorrow's games against Vitality, there's probably going to be some similarities in the maps we're going to play. Probably Overpass. We will see. We never know. And yeah, we just have to use the time as effectively as possible. And we're going to rewatch with the team and do that.
Yeah.
Locked in.
Let's end on some easy questions. Shouts to Blast.tv chat. All the questions they've submitted. These are fan submitted for both y'all.
Oh, cool.
They're super nice and easy. So first and foremost, to both of you, thoughts on CS2? You guys excited?
I'm personally very excited. Yeah. I mean, looks great. I'm not a pro player, so I can't speak to how it feels, but
You think that rank's going to change at all as we?
man, I would like to think so. Maybe I'll watch some of your videos
Silver
and
2, maybe. Back to
screw this guy.
I mean, It's definitely welcome change, but at the same time, I don't get really my opinion just yet because we as a team, we agreed that we don't touch CS2 before we are done with the season. And since the season is still going on, I get like 30 minutes of playtime so far. So I have no clue what is happening. But I like the change, and I hope they switch to the CS2 as soon as possible.
Cool.
We had some big peeps in the chat today as well. One of them was Swagger Souls. He asked how I felt about bananas as a fruit. I guess you guys might see some stuff in the future as to why he asked that. So I'll bounce it back to you guys. What's your favorite fruit nowadays?
Bro, there's a banana right there, man. It's tripping me out. You said that. They haunt you. They follow
I don't
you.
even think production can actually.
Yo,
Yeah.
bananas every single day. Get the potassium, get the fiber. Go S tier fruit. S tier fruit.
I agree. Banana is probably the best.
Huge.
It's,
Huge.
The thing
Banana
is,
boys.
The thing is, I saw tennis players always having banana, and I did some research, obviously, because content, you know, for the reason.
Oh my God.
And actually, it's one of the best fruits that you can have in between, like, performance type of thing. Just brain food. Good.
I had a sore tummy earlier. Bit of a sore tummy. Ate a banana. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, you had a couple of them.
Okay, well, you know, no need to make me look weird.
Okay. Yeah, one banana is great. Two bananas kind of weird. I heard they're good for cramps too.
So good for cramps, man. Oh, you get cramps?
I don't know, chance.
Bro.
Never.
Ever cramp during a game of CS?
Never.
Never get a finger cramp? Finger cramp.
He was very solid
Never.
on saying never. Like he would remember it if he had.
Yeah, this guy's rock solid, man.
Yeah, Man of Steel.
Yeah,
we're
Man of Steel.
Love that full circle. A few more closers for you. Favorite map of all time in CS? As a silver colleague,
Bro,
if you're going to say Dust 2 with me.
Dude, over in the Oceanic region, man, we love cash. We love cash. I don't know, it's not in the pool, obviously, for a lot of these guys, but cash all the way. It's good fun.
Cash was really good.
Yeah.
But since it went out, the Australian scene as well.
Oh, come on.
No kidding. No, I really like Nuke, and it's going to be
Yeah.
boring answer, but the layout of the map, stacked on top of each other, it's really unique, and there's a lot of mind games going on, and I always liked it. We don't play it now in Team Apex, but that's fine. Like, I still enjoy a good game on Nuke. So.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Last one from Glum. This one has certainly been asked over time to a lot of esports pros, but glad to have you two gents on here. What other games are you playing besides Counter-Strike?
Just mind games, really.
Okay.
Just like mind games. Yeah. How about you? Probably the same, right?
When
That's the mental guy, yeah.
when you asked me about the burnout, actually, and I said I'm not paying too much attention to computer when I don't have to. Like, I don't play anything else. I'm legit. When I have a free time, I don't play PC games or any video games, PlayStation, whatever. Like, it's very rare for me. And
locked in.
it's just because I have to avoid burnout, obviously, to perform the best I can.
Yeah. I don't think anyone in chat would have expected anything else as an answer from you, STYKO, after tonight.
Let me just say, shout out Age of Empires 2. That game rocks.
It's a solid answer, man.
Bro, do you like Age of Empires 2?
I was addicted at one point.
Yo, let's age later, man. That's
I mean,
awesome.
I don't know. I mean, I do actually hop on every now and again. Besides that, though, you guys have been fantastic. It was great catching up with you guys even before the broadcast to begin. Also, huge shouts to Blast TV for having us as we close the night out. We're going to close it on your picks for the jerseys right here. Chat, you guys, of course, had your votes and your questions here live from Paris. We're going to say goodbye. We're going to catch you back here tomorrow as the semifinals do begin for an incredible major. Fitz, thank you. STYKO, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And to the rest of you out there, thank you as well. Another solid good night from Paris. But we'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow morning.
Love you, chap.